8.3, two-dimensional list, diagonals. So we enter in an input. We'll call it n. Instead of calling it a, I'm just going to call it n. And it's going to give me this matrix right here of numbers. And it's going to be printing from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1. All right, so let's start. All right, do you notice that when you look at this, it looks like 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's like first you have to subtract, then you have to add. But if these were all negatives, if this was negative and you were adding, then, and this was negative and you were adding, and this was negative and you were adding, and this was negative and you were adding, then yeah, you'd only have to do one operation. So let's work from that example. There's lots of ways to do it, but let's just do it like that. So for I in range, let's go from 0 to n, then to going down by -1. Or sorry, let's say -1 times n, and going down by -1. And what are we going to do? We're going to say, oh, we have to build a matrix. So let's build a matrix. And we're going to say, matrix is an empty list. And what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start with saying that we're going to build a line. Line is nothing. And what we're going to do is we're going to say for I in range, and we're going to start from I. So I is going to take on the value 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, right? But for j, sorry, we're going to say j in range, it's a different number. It's going to start from I, whatever this number is, it's just going to increase by 1. So for j in range, and we're going to start from I, and where are we going to go to? We're just going to keep going. I to what? We're going to do 5 times. I plus 5. Or should I say I plus 6? Well, I'll just say I plus 5. And here we're going to go +1. Although +1 is automatic. So what does that mean? We're going to say line dot append j. And then we're going to say matrix dot append line. Let's see what happens. Print matrix. Alrighty, let's see what happens when we do that. 5. Oh, let's do this again and say matrix. We're going to go 1 in, and we're going to separate by, let's say, separate equals \n. We're going to run that code, run it again. I'm going to say 5, and we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we have all our numbers except we have negatives where we don't want them. We have positives where we don't want them. So how are we going to do that? Well, we just take the absolute value of everything. So let's append absolute value of j. Run my code again and say 5. And now we have our numbers as we want them, except we want it in a list. So we tried to do it the other way. We eventually came up with the following solution. For I in range n, and we're going to print matrix. We don't need a separator. We're going to print our contents of our matrix, but for I. So we're going to print matrix I, which is our line numbers, but we're going to print the contents of it. Let's run it again, say 5, and that's exactly what we're looking for. If we submit, oh, we got an output mismatch. What's the problem? Oh, we got an extra line here. So what did we do wrong? When I did 6, I expected it to go, oh, because we did it up to 5. What should we have done it to? I plus n, right? That's the second time I made that mistake. Submit. That's how it's done.